Yo, bro, what's up? Alright. Your starting brother is fine. What happened to sensitivity? Yeah, I don't see any loot. It should be. Around here somewhere. In this grass. We need to find only one corpse. And I accidentally found him where I was wandering after the stream, so I don't see it now. Fuck. Should be here somewhere around. Not far. Okay, do I want to become corpse? Come on. Free shot. Only loot is mine. You What? Who the fuck is corpse?
Hello.
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 Who the fuck is it? Here it is.
Wonder how many more will turn up.
Eat the goose. Yeah, I really like this battle music. Get your reward from Proximal. How much money do we have anyway? 15 orange. Yeah, we need some starting cash. What the fuck, man? You have a bridge here.
Life can be really strange.
Yeah, you don't
Unfortunately,
say.
that-
That can be really strange. Especially when you
Well, it was here yesterday.
hang out with the Kedwinians. Or Kedwini. Proximo!
For coins. What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy. Hello.
Where's Proximo anyway? Oh, here you are.
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
I'm here about the Rotfiend contract.
What about it?
The fiends have rotted for good.
Well done, we lost many patrols to them. Here's your reward.
Got the doors, yay! Dwarven enhancement. Now that's an enhancement. Armor +2, vitality. Yeah. Fire rune. Nice one, thank you.
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
I've had enough tournament fighting.
I'm content we could see you in action.
Your tournament was a success.
Aye, you could say so. I know now that no common man can match a witcher. But at least it was a nice spectacle. Good diversion for the men.
Thank you. I'm glad that you think so. Barnaba.
Greetings.
Hey, do we have something to loot here? Oh. Sure.
Have you managed to do anything, Witcher?
I went to the house where you and your unit were stationed. Found some interesting things in the cellar.
I know nothing of that, and don't wish to know anything. I just want to be rid of that phantom.
I can't help you if you don't tell me the truth.
If I must. Folks say that old Malget conspired with the river demons. So much blood has flowed down the Pontar. It's the evil in it that the beings in the river's depths feed on. That's all I know, truly. Have you managed to do anything, Witcher?
Hey, what the fuck? I don't want to...
The specters manifest themselves even when you're absent. They've burrowed deep into your subconscious. If I killed them now, they'd return instantly, so I need your help to destroy them.
If there's no other way, what would you ask of me?
Meet me at the beach, an hour before midnight.
I just wanted to loot stuff, come on. What with mix sound? Oh shit, it's gone somewhere. Wait a bit. Now it's better? It's just that microphone just fell down, and as it's small and I don't see it, I thought that it was somewhere around here. Though it did, it just fell off the table.
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
I've had enough tournament fighting.
I'm content we could see you in action.
Your tournament was a success.
Aye, you could say so. I know now that no common man can match a witcher. But at least it was a nice spectacle. Good diversion for the men.
Thank you. Now we need to pilfer this stand of weapons. Take all, and let's get the fuck out of here. Geralt burned then buried corpses around the camp, thus cutting off the Rotfiend's food supply. Content with himself, he went to see Proximo about his reward. Proximo was happy with the Witcher's service. Geralt took a pouch full of orange and went to take care of other business. Interesting. Well, it doesn't say anything to me. Rotfiend tongue, yeah, sure.
How did you wind up here?
Still looking for coins.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
Right, we can address to Maverick just before night.
Yesterday.
So,
Browse and choose.
thank you for additional orange supply. Do we have a sword like this? Yes, we... No, we don't. Still, can sell this one and keep the better one.
I fought the Nilfgaard a few years back.
Better to ask the way than to go astray.
Come on, man. You have something new and interesting for me? Yeah, you had something about Nilfgaard.
That's politics.
That's politics, yeah. Yeah, you had something about Nilfgaard, come on.
Better to ask the way than to go astray.
You had the book called Nilfgaardian Provinces. Where is it? Oh fuck, man. Find it. Politics.
The mill in Stilton. The one the smith from Jailmouth took over when he married
Oh,
the
wow.
miller's widow.
Fire rune. Dwarven enhancement. Arachas trophy. Oh shit. What do we have for that? To counter that, I mean. Well, our Kieran trophy is more epic. Maybe it wasn't him. Are you sure?
Inviting us to their meeting.
He was babbling about going astray too, you know. Arja's armor. Harpy eyes. Harpy feathers. Madness musician. Power musician.
Well, we should at least object somehow. Spit at the sight of the black ones. Turn our heads away. If
Hey man, that's right. Mysterious trader, who also has the armor of Baynard. Poison Zerrikanian Sabera. The fuck? It's good. And I can, of course I cannot afford it. Sure thing. I need that sword. I want it. I want it now. Okay, that's Zerrikanian Saberi is good, but my arbitrator is also good. 28-33 against. Fuck, it's bad. Oh shit. What should we pilfer to get such money? Maybe we can pilfer that again. Hello? I'm looking for some conspirators, especially their money pouches. Oh, come on. Or something of value that I can sell. Key required. Shit.
Witcher.
Hello, man.
Out!
What the fuck? Hey, can I enter there? Hey, the fuck? I want to look. What the hell is that? Is that for special occasions? From Masochist?
Are there trolls here?
Aye, there are.
You don't mind.
What's so strange about that? Other lands have slizzards, drowners, we have trolls.
And they
We
don't
have
trouble the
trolls! Trolls! Right. Let's check out the vicinity. It should be less dangerous as now we get rid of the rot fiends. Okay. Now we should turn left. Go here. Alright. Fuck me. The hell?
I'll pull your legs out of your arse!
Whose legs? Where? The fuck, man? False alarm or something? Right, let's go over there. We have plenty of time. Let's go over there. These are our pals. Striped friends. I just wanted to scan the area. Don't mind me or my sword. Or I can... What the hell is that? That looks creepy.
Oi, what you doing here?
Get out of the way. I need to inspect this area.
Be careful. They say stepping in the ashes brings bad luck.
Get us out of here, will ya? You came here on your own. You can get back on your own.
This place is crawling with drowners. I mean, we'd have stayed in our tents on our arses if we'd known. We're safe in the circle, but 3 feet outside, and who knows what would happen.
All right, we'll go back together, but let me look around first. Apparently, it's bad luck to tread on the ashes.
What the hell is that? So... Nothing happened.
Strange aura. Nothing interesting.
Yeah. For someone who looks for nitpicking, really nothing interesting.
Who cares enough to bring all these things here? Strange aura. Let's take a closer look. An unnatural stillness typical of intersections and places where streams of the power meet. Unnerving, but harmless. People seem to be staying away from the wheel. They're afraid. All the gifts are at a safe distance from it. Except for one person. With Kedweni Army issue boots. Glad to know I'm not the only one to desecrate this site. Animal tracks. Dogs, wolves, bears, even birds. You'd think this was a feeding ground, but they all fear the circle. Except for cats. Their tracks are everywhere. One even napped on the pedestal. Triss once told me cats like to sleep on intersections, and they're the only beasts apart from dragons who can draw the power. They clearly like this place.
Nice one.
Candles, amulets, coins. People make offerings here like they would at a shrine. Candles. The stench is worse than Zoltan's boots. Nothing unusual about them otherwise. Square coins adorned with a fish. I guess the plotters like to come here. Let's see.
I guess that's the same thing where they burned the witch.
Carved from a solid piece of stone. Reusable, you could say. Sabrina was nailed to this wheel. Something protected the wheel from the flames. It's hardly scorched. Fresh holes and splinters. Someone's pulled nails from the wheel recently. I better take one, just in case. I need to bring the king here. I need to reenact the execution. If I can only summon Sabrina's ghost, I could force her to lift the curse. The Draugrs and the mist will remain, but at least the king will be safe. I need to know what happened here. Witnesses of the execution, they're the key. If I can just find out how Sabrina died, I should be able to free Henselt of the curse. 2 leads. Sabrina's cultists and the nail thief who's obviously immune to the aura of this place. Time to question some soldiers.
Nothing new in the quest. What with the letter? Letter of supplication to Saint Sabrina. Saint Sabrina, I humbly beg you to hear my supplication. Grant me, O fair lady, your blessings and protection. Deign to save me from the snares of my enemies and from all dangers. So I can easily go around here. What's that?
Who cares enough to bring all these things here?
Ah, here's the stake. No, this was not a stake, this is some tree.
Nothing. Again.
Fine then, soldiers, let's go.
You've looked and touched your fill, right? Let's get out of here.
Did you light those candles?
We did.
What's it to you?
Burning them for Sabrina?
To you, 'tis a waste of time, right?
Feel their eyes on you. They're watching us. We won't get out alive, superstitious idiots that we are.
Don't you believe the visionary? You don't have to. But it was worth a try, right?
Old idiot. It's his fault we ended up here.
Who is this visionary?
He's behind all this. He talks of miracles in the circle.
I believe him. Know why? He lives deep in the valleys, but something protects him from all those harpies.
Did you see them burn the sorceress?
3 years ago. We both served under Henselt then, but only the 5th Company guarded the stake.
They say the king never wanted to make a spectacle. Some soldiers never come here, but others visit the circle to check the remains.
You're just like them. To you, it's only a superstition to make money from. You're looking for old nails in the ashes.
Like that shitbag who trades outside the inn.
You're mistaking me for someone else.
Really? Then give us the nails.
Here, take it.
Really? Ta!
How did you manage to avoid the drowners on your way here?
The visionary was with us. He led us through, then left.
I don't like this place.
Thought you'd want to stay the night here.
I know at least a few places I'd rather sleep. Come on.
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
After examining the tracks around Sabrina's execution site, the Witcher had many questions and precious few answers. Geralt decided that the soldiers keeping vigil at the circle could be a good source of information and began to question them. Geralt followed the trail like a hound from royal kennels and pursued the solution. Then turned out that he inspired a man fascinated with the sorceress who met such an ill fate lives in the hill east of the camp. The Witcher felt he'll surely learn something the king couldn't tell him in there. At Sabrina's Spire, Geralt indeed met the 2 soldiers Zivik had mentioned, badly terrified but both in one piece. More importantly, however, he examined clues and discovered that the sorceress' remains were in high demand. According to the soldiers, a relic vendor peddling his wares by the canteen had been gathering bits from around the stake. That's right, the deceased sorceress had already become an object of worship. Having heard about the visionary and the relic vendor, Geralt had to decide whom to head to first.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Zivik was right. We should have sat on our arses.
You'll be whistling a different tune when the mist lifts and we attack Vergen.
Oh shit. What the hell? Nice drowner. Life and Death of the White Rose. The story of the one known as the White Rose of Sherwood is both sad and tragic. Over 200 years ago, Elrond led elven youth into a hopeless fight against humans. This heroic dash could end in only one way. They died for freedom, for stone and marble of their cities, and for Elrond. Just as she promised, they died with dignity, heroism, honor, yet elves could not rise again after the defeat. However, she remains a symbol of fighting for freedom to this day, and elven insurgents go to battle with her name on their lips. Thanet Coup. The coup at Thanet Island was one of the most significant events in history. In that memorable day, during a sorcerer's summit, the magician loyal to the Northern Kingdoms intended to arrest those of their brotherhood that conspired with Nilgard. The conspirators, on the other hand, prepared a coup against their confederates. They secretly Squayatel and Nilfgaardian agents on Thanet. Many members of both factions died in the bloody battle that raged in the palace chambers. Yet in the end, the traitors had to flee for their lives. This event greatly reduced the mages' confidence, and many fell out of favor of the kings they served until then. Nice looting. Thank you, guys. What else can I loot here? Escort the soldiers to safety. Defend them from monsters.
Drowner lairs. Not the best spots for picnics.
Curses on him! If it wasn't for you, they'd have eaten us.
We owe you our lives, Witcher. We can't let Zivik catch us.
Don't shit your pants. Sabrina saved us from the monsters. So what's one little Zivik to her?
Get your reward from Zivik. Come on, Geralt, sheath it.
His mother comes and tells him the elder and the recruiter are coming for you.
Not another fucking stone.
I always think that the door is to the right. But that is a door, not that kind of shit. Well, now Zivik doesn't have his beaver cap, so how the hell can I recognize him?
This mist's driving me crazy.
Salutations.
Moss.
Greetings.
Oh hey. What? You resupplied that? Or how did I miss that?
Are you moved by the Prophet Lebioda's parables? Then spare an Orin for his humble followers.
Having an Orin and not having an Orin makes two Orins.
Cheapskate.
The enemy have sent you their propaganda. What if she's truly an anointed there? Don't worry about it. The Witcher will take care of it.
Oh, here he is.
What do you want, Witcher?
The soldiers you were looking for, they got held up for a while at Sabrina's circle.
Oh, the idiots! To be duped by witchcraft and superstitions. I'll put them to scrubbing the latrines indefinitely. But I thank you for bringing them back. Your reward, as promised.
Yay!
So long.
Lost lambs. It turned out the soldiers had been led astray by a religious fanatic known as the Visionary. Led astray to a dangerous place at that, one thick with monsters, Geralt, as befit a Witcher, decided to save the soldiers and lead them to safety. The Witcher should have received a medal. Both soldiers reached the camp safely. I have to admit that Geralt can be useful when he wants to be. He truly earned the reward that awaited him at Zivik's hands. Seeing both soldiers returned in one piece, Zivik was so happy he nearly embraced Geralt. He gladly gave the Witcher his reward, and Geralt gladly accepted.
What do you want, Witcher?
There's a soldier by the inn selling scraps from Sabrina's execution site.
I know. The damned quartermaster. This business of his muddles the minds of the soldiers. Suddenly, everyone believes a splinter in your pocket will protect you in battle. Half-wits.
If the relics give them courage, so be it.
So far, all those candles have only brought us some tent fires. I'll tell you one thing, Witcher. In combat, I can count on my shield, my armor, and my comrades, if they still live. Many of those boys will die in Vergen, even with their pockets stuffed with mystical splinters that cost a silver piece each. I want them to be afraid. When steel hits steel, I want them to be alert, damn it. If they're dumb and put their trust in rusty nails and ashes, they won't have a hope in hell.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Wish I could have, but only the 5th Company was sent there. She deserved it. What she did to the boys. Believe me, I've seen a lot of monstrosities in my life. My brother died during a coup in Rhind when a mage boiled the blood in his veins. Also, I once saw a soldier raping a dead elf woman. But 3 years ago, people melted like lead. Something you can't forget, Witcher.
I heard there's a man living outside the camp known as the Visionary. Ever met him?
The soldiers talk about him, but I've never seen him. If I ever do, he'll regret that he fooled my people with all those superstitions.
So long.
Thank you, Zivik. Let's talk to this vendor.
A super soldier serum, or what? The vendor said this nail was the closest to her right hand.
You fool! You'd believe him if he told you it was Sabrina's shin bone. He ripped you off.
We'll see in the next battle. The relic will protect me. All you'll have is the tin pan on that empty head of yours.
What's going on?
Stay out of it.
Sabrina was a saint in her lifetime. Remember how she healed the wounded?
But now she's dead and can't help anyone.
I believe the Visionary. Those who dismiss his words are doomed.
Doomed are those who take lunacy for prophecy and carcasses for holy arses.
What's this argument about?
I bought a relic to protect me from Scoia'tael arrows. They say I was ripped off.
That relic's rubbish.
Show me the relic.
What for?
I just want to look at it.
And?
A nail like any other.
It's not any old nail. Sabrina was nailed to the wheel with this. It'll protect me in battle.
If you believe that, all's well. I'll leave you to it.
Hey, I want these swords.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets and talismans, hallowed and highly valuable.
I found footprints at Sabrina's execution site. Do you know anything about that?
Why would I? You found them, not me.
Yet your boots are black from ash.
Shh. All right. What do you want to know?
Do you believe in the power of your merchandise?
You mean the relics? Others believe in them, that's what counts. They'll believe in anything that gives them hope.
Soldiers shit their pants and throw up in fear before going into battle. If kissing a rusty nail gives them courage, then in my book, it works.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Sure I did. I was in the 5th Company. I remember the commotion when that idiot Yahon killed her with a spear. If only I had that spear now.
Where's Yahon's spear now?
I don't know. Besides which, it's none of your concern. I simply won't talk about that.
Do you remember the curse that Sabrina placed on the king?
When they set the stake on fire, she shouted something to the king. His face went red, but I couldn't hear very well. She probably foretold his syphilis. A gruesome death.
You know Yahon?
Never heard of him. Where'd you get the idea that I know him?
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho, with an old hag inside. You want to talk about her? See that freak who burns candles?
Got anything interesting there?
Ash from the stake where Sabrina burned. Nails that fastened the wheel of death. Splinters from the wheel. I've also got some metal parts and some of the martyr's garments. Whatever your heart desires.
Do you accept something like that? I don't need it. I just need your organs. Yeah, I'm just carrying it all the way around this. Do you want to buy my rest ward? You idiot. Fuck. Okay then. 4 pieces of silver there. Or I asked. Okay, I got some orange. Now I need to buy some silver.
Salutations.
Watch the Watch the fuck out!
Greetings.
How did you wind up here?
Greetings.
Greetings. What?
A super soldier serum, or what? Greetings.
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Greetings. Greetings. Greetings.
Greetings.
Hello.
Blast. Hey Magnus.
What do you want? Show me your coin if you want to wrestle.
Hey.
Let's do this.
This is more than even by poker I can win.
You're as strong as an ox.
Thank you. Especially thank you for the orange.
So?
Yeah, that guy regularly has iron ore. I need silver ore. Come on. Thank you.
Trouble.
What is it? If you want to wrestle, put down your orange and we'll get to it.
I need more dinero. I need dinero. Dinero. Come on. Give me some orange.
Lost again.
Sayuri.
Hey!
What?
Trouble.
Something's brewing.
Looking for something? If you want to wrestle, I need to see some orans.
Let's do this.
Hello?
You're better. I never would have thought.
Thank you. Well, since the silver ore is almost regular around there, so I can really craft my new silver sword and don't think about anything else.
Not another fucking stone.
Life can be weenies.
Right, we need 1 diamond dust. Iron ore, 6 units. Now, silver ore, 6 units. And 2 blue meteorite ore. Yay, let's go crafting.
Not another fucking stone. Craft me an item. Shit, so many orange I need. Find it.
Don't worry about it.
Nice wine. Nice sword.
What do you want, Witcher?
So long.
Get a hold of yourself, soldier.
Greetings.
Switch the area.
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
They've hired a witcher.
So, what are your conclusions? None? Then shut up.
Say something. Did you just far?
Yeah, you've told that better than I could say. Hello.
Do not disturb.
Hello. Bye.
So?
Yeah, it's rather... Well, it's not... Hey, you blocked my path. It's not very expensive, though it's not that rare as one of our spectators told us. Hey, I didn't search that. Attention, the man depicted here of unknown name and provenance is wanted dead or alive. A reward has been set for information about him. Wanted dead or alive, the elf you are with, exceptional, ruthless commander of a unit of squirrels. Hey, I wanna go there. I'm just minding my own business, looking at the place, come on.
What do you want?
What are you doing here? Ah, you're Magnus. Yeah, right.
What do you want? Show me your coin if you want to wrestle.
Let's do this.
You're as strong as an ox.
Good. Let's search this corner. I already searched it, but no pain in searching it again. There you go, snooping around there. No? Shit. More timber. And then the line.
Witcher.
What?
I know you.
Aye. We met in Vizima. I was working for Salamandra and barely escaped your wrath. Grown wiser since. Listen, I've a trinket. My last reminder of those days. Take it and hold no grudge against me.
I hold no grudge. Keep the trinket.
I will. If I have stupid thoughts again, one look should be enough to collect myself.
They say those nails protect you in battle.
Garillo? Ah, Garillo.
greetings.
Greetings. Alright, we filtered everything we could, so let's get out of here.
Well, it was here yesterday.
I've got almost equally big swords. Yeah, life can be really strange.
I fought Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we make camp with the Black Ones.
That's politics. What's it to us?
We should have ours. Take an interest.
You're no
Fiddle
Prince
yourself,
Charming.
pauper.
You again. Can I help with anything?
I'll let you get back to treating all those brave fighting men.
Well, I've got the feeling that by buying a schematic and crafting the sword, I spent more money than actually could have spent buying it from you. Fucktard. Let's go to the execution site again. Those soldiers were distracting me, so...
Who cares enough to bring all these things here?
What's that on the map? Yeah, over there. What's that? Red dot. And the loot here.
Who cares enough to bring all these things here?
What's that? I was hoping that I find something out here. Finally. Well, at least some herbs. Something to satisfy my curiosity. No, you just have to go here closer to midnight. Poor Travis. Oh, hello.
Damn monsters.
Tenors, they have orange. I need to visit this place more often. What the hell, man? Is that the best you can do? Silver ore. It seems that I can't go there. Let's see what's out here. Some cave. What the hell is that? Locked. That was worth a try. I just thought that was some bandit. Oh shit. Come here.
Come on!
Troll skin. It's dead end. Fuck. There was no troll contract. Strange. Troll skin, more like troll ski. Yeah, I guess you're right. I was actually hoping for some contract for trolls, but it seems that I won't have any. I guess that's it. I checked all the perimeter. No, not all the perimeter. Maybe I've missed something here. Nothing? What's that? Friendlies? Okay.
Plague. Pretty please. Greetings. Pretty please.
Leave. That's really friendly of you. What's this cavern?
Thanks for your help, Witcher. We were in a tight spot there. The rotfiends are multiplying like rabbits. We were on our way to see the visionary, bearing gifts and all. But I'll be damned if I'll take one more step that way. Wouldn't be on your way to see him, would you? If you are, give him this coin for us. Do what you will.
It looks like I've been here. Back to Vision. Yeah, I've been here. Circle alive. On his way to the Visionary, Geralt encountered a few of Hansel's soldiers fighting rotfiends. It was one of those insubordinate groups that had left the camp without permission. As the saying goes, "Fool rush where witcher fear to tread." Geralt, however, was not afraid and decided to help the soldiers. The rotfiends were repelled, and the soldiers saved from certain death. It turned out the Grunts had been going to see the Visionary, bringing him money for candles. But the fight with the monsters had drained their courage. One of the soldiers, Samuel the White, gave the Witcher some money, asking him to deliver it to the hermit. And that was all that Geralt saw of them. With nothing left to do, our hero continued on his way to the Visionary. Our hero found a letter indicating that the soldiers had been carrying money to the Visionary in payment for candles. And indeed, aside from the scrap of paper, the Witcher also found a pouch, one with a pleasing heft. Since there was little else to do where he stood, Geralt resumed his trip to see the hermit. As for the candle payment, we humbly admit that we've no more money. We'll obtain the remaining amount as fast as possible. Are you stupid or something? Well, what can be said of soldiers? Both Cadvania and Temeran army. Yeah. Actually, I need to go somewhere else, so you'll have to wait, Mr. Visionary. I'm just glad I encountered some harpies where you stand, as I really need some experience points. Always do. What the hell is that? Ah. It means that I'm getting back. Yeah, now I check the perimeter.
Hello.
Nice sunset. I want to kill a demon. Come on. Lighting the torch. Let's make some potions. Still have to wait, so. There's Falca's blood. Falca's blood. Come on. Right. Well balanced silver dagger. Rusty well balanced dagger. Well balanced dagger. And all that is much better than the things we have. Okay. Let's not wander too far off. Nice hiding place though. Especially to catch from tax collectors. How did that Geralt say it last time? Practice makes perfect? What the fuck am I waiting here? Temerian, Jackboot. Epic. Short-studded gauntlets. Oh, come on, Ghost. Where the fuck are you? Shit, this is no roof. Well, something against this kind of rain. It's almost midnight. Let's go see this cellar again. This is probably the most boring moment of my stream. There's no music here, no action. I don't even know what I'm fucking looking for. Right, there's nothing. Let's load and take Maverick with us.
Life can be really scary. I fought in this game.
Well, it was here yesterday.
When the prophet Lebioda pastured sheep, tax collectors came to him.
Have you managed to do anything, Witcher?
I went to the house where you and your unit were stationed. Found some interesting things in the cellar.
I know nothing of that, and don't wish to know anything. I just want to be rid of that phantom.
I can't help you if you don't tell me the truth.
If I must. Folks say that old Malga conspired with the river demons. So much blood has flowed down the Pontar. It's the evil in it that the beings in the river's depths feed on. That's all I know, truly. Have you managed to do anything, Witcher?
The specters manifest themselves even when you're absent. They've burrowed deep into your subconscious. If I killed them now, they'd return instantly, so I need your help to destroy them.
If there's no other way, what would you ask of me?
Meet me at the beach, an hour before midnight.
What the fuck, that joking, don't die. Well, actually, this was my cocktail. Hey, I don't want to spread any military secrets. I'm late for some business of mine.
Not another fucking stone.
So, Geralt pressed Maverick for information and learned that Melget was rumored to have colluded with demons. This means that the mysterious specters could have influenced Maverick when he was stationed in Melget's house and now wanted something from the soldier. Geralt agreed to meet Maverick at the beach an hour before midnight. He wanted to solve the mystery and hoped that after that night he would be able to decide who was right. But they're gonna kill him if he arrives alone. Well, let's go for waiting again. Yeah, we need actually 2. Because I'd like to not forget use this and then use this early here. So
I'll not return to camp until we deal with those whores.
what the
I'll wait for you here.
Where are you? Ah, you're here.
Come on. No reason to keep the specters waiting.
It's we who wait them.
You finally returned, brother. Time to atone for your evil deeds. You shall surrender to us your soul.
Kiss my arse, Phantom. You'll not make me shit myself this time. Me and the Witcher will dispatch you where you belong.
Naive little maverick, made a fool of your entire life. Isn't that true, Geralt?
What are they talking about?
The specters say you're their brother, and you murdered them 3 years ago. What do you say?
How can you even ask? I'm a soldier, not a murderer!
Denying it is not enough. You need to prove your innocence, and I need to know the truth before I make my choice.
I never murdered anyone. I'm a soldier. I kill foes, not women.
I'll take your word over that of evil spirits. Now help me.
Oh shit. Oh shit, come on. And of course I forgot to use the
I'll
oil.
not forget what you did for me.
I did it for coin.
Small price for peace of mind.
Don't you owe me an explanation? I want to hear the truth.
I was born by the very border. General Vandergrift understood that I knew every blade of grass here. So he appointed me lead scout. We were based in my family's house.
This house?
One day I scouted beyond the river. When I returned, I found my father digging the graves behind the house.
What happened?
Honor was everything to him. He had brought us up, taught us principles, and then one day Aedirnian soldiers arrived and undid all that. Shamed his children. He could not stop himself. He swore he did not do it, but there was blood in his clothes. We fought. He fell from the cliff.
Why did the specters want your soul?
Maybe they've no tolerance for patricide.
Maybe. Now go back to camp and present proof of your valor. Take back your dignity.
So, I wanted to fight a demon. The specters tried to trick Geralt, and the Witcher knew how to separate the wheat from the chaff. He realized that Maverick was innocent. Now he had to send the evil spirit to the beyond. The specters were defeated, and Maverick's contribution to the victory was to be mentioned, as he fought like a lion at the Witcher's side. Geralt completed the task and solved Melget's secret on top of that. The healer had killed his own children during the war. Only his son had survived, Maverick, who had murdered his father in revenge for the slayings. His siblings' phantoms had haunted Maverick because they wanted him to join them in the beyond. Siblings should not be separated. Pah. Ooh, I almost have the level up. Come on. Well, no more side quests, I guess. Pass to Vision. Talk to the Visionary. Wandergrift Sword. Don Banner's Standard. And a piece of Saltkirk's armor. Alright, we've got one. Interesting whether it is possible to learn everything about this quest. Yeah. I wanted to fight a demon. It would be epic. And with that, our chap Maverick would have been a real hero. I scanned for loot, but barely. Let's scan it again. Yeah. Loot from specters is scarce. That's why I wanted to fight a demon. Funny thing is, normally specters, like for example this Nilfgaardian dead soldier, can't be deceived. Those specters are devious at their own matter. That's interesting. So when they need something, they can be deceiving as devil itself. So we can't hide anything from them.
His mother comes and tells him the elder and the recruiter are coming for you.
Everything all
he
right,
was slaughtering pigs in the so he takes a pig's eye and puts it between his buttocks.
He does what?
Puts a pig's eye in his arse. The elder and the recruiter enter, and the mother says, "Son, they've come to take you to war." And he's standing with his back to them, his pants down. He spreads his cheeks and says, "I can see that."
Did they take him?
Not a chance.
Everything all right, Geralt? Everything all right, Geralt? Everything all right, Geralt? Everything all right, Geralt?
In the face of possible disaster, they tried to draft entire villages into.
Yeah, he really did not present me lots of money, so let's try that visionary guy again. Maybe he has some money.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back.
Better to ask the way than to go astray.
Hello. I've solved this quest of Maverick's story. It seemed that I had to speak with Maverick himself, and we both just destroyed the... Oh wow, damage 9. We just destroyed the specters and that's it. He explained that it was his family house, so... Kinda great quest, although I wanted to fight a demon.
We should have our seed. Take an interest in things.
Yeah, Little Sister's quest. Exactly. Well, alright. We solved it, let's go to the Visionary. And solve his quest. Hard one. Oh shit. It's only you. I want my loot, come on. I thought that I got rid of those rot fiends as soon as I destroyed all the corpses. I guess that's the wrong way. Oh, I can check it out. What's in here? It's high above. What the hell have I found? Shit. It's the road back to the encampment. Yeah. I'm back at the camp. Just wanted to explore this route. This is just a road to the camp. Fine then. Hey Magnus.
What do you want? Show me your coin if you want to wrestle.
Let's do this.
You're as strong as an ox.
Thank you. Well, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, don't spread military secrets, and I'm just going to know all about conspiracies, just like that.
Thought it was here yesterday.
And I'm going to converse with some really suspicious persons. So why not? Why don't I go outside? We're near our level up. This moonlight, the graphics are spooky. Harpy trophy? Not bad. Do you have anything here to loot? No? Okay. Get up!
I awaited them. They were to come bearing gifts. I heard their cries. Guess they were attacked. If they're not here, they must be dead.
No, they're alive. They didn't want to risk it anymore, went back to camp. They asked me to give you this coin for candles.
This is but half. Why, I'll not do more than braid some wicks for this. What do you want from me? I'll not believe you came here by chance.
Yeah, you're right. I need to learn some things, and few are willing to talk. Sabrina Glevisig's story, that's what interests me most.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them. Do you mock me? What's the idea? This is piddling.
Alright, 30.
Do you mock me? What's the idea? This is piddling.
This is the price of silver ore, come on.
Do you mock me?
Yeah, I
What's
mock
the
you.
idea? This is piddling.
Now that is the price of 2 silver ores.
Do you mock me?
Hey, come
What's
on.
the idea? This is piddling.
Alright. Let's take 100.
Do you mock me? What's the idea? This is piddling.
Hey, you want to take half of my money? Come on. Alright.
Do you mock me?
Hey.
What's the idea? This is piddling. Do you mock me?
Hey, what the fuck?
What's the
man?
idea? This is piddling. Do you mock me?
I don't have any more.
What's
Come
the
on.
idea? This is piddling.
Now, back to some other matters. Is Jahan still around?
Jahan is dead. He didn't deserve to bask in the glory of the lady.
So Sabrina's mercy has limits.
You don't know what you're talking about, Witcher.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them.
I've heard a lot of good things about you. All right, I'll become a follower.
Wonderful. Listen then, for I'll not say this twice.
What do you say?
If your intentions are pure, you will do as I ask. Each convert must pass a test. You will spend the night at the old chapel near Sabrina's pupils.
Where?
Twin Lakes I have named in her honor.
Is that all?
Before you kneel to meditate, you will drink the mixture I shall give you. You must then remember all that occurs. That's very important, as you'll need to recount it to me fully.
All right, I'll come back once I'm done.
Go to Sabrina's. Okay. Geralt was in no mood to pay the visionary, so he decided to become a member of the cult of Sabrina Glevisig instead, hoping it would cost him nothing. A mistake if he ever made one. The initiation ritual required him to spend the night by a shrine. Then our hero was to return and tell the visionary what he saw. No problem, right? But there was one more thing. First he had to drink an herbal infusion of the visionary's making, one supposedly bringing visions. Alright, let's try to gather some more money. If our pal Dandelion thinks that it's a mistake, I think I'll believe him. Why? You wanna try that?
I
Why?
awaited them.
Okay.
They were to come bearing gifts. I heard their cries.
All right.
As they were attacked. If they're not here, they must be dead.
No, they're alive. They didn't want to risk it anymore, went back to camp. They asked me to give you this coin for candles.
This is but half. Why, I'll not do more than braid some wicks for this. What you want from me? I'll not believe you came here by chance.
Yeah, you're right. I need to learn some things, and few are willing to talk. Sabrina Glevisig's story, that's what interests me most.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them.
I've heard a lot of good things about you. All right, I'll become a follower.
Wonderful. Listen then, for I'll not say this twice. If your intentions are pure, you will do as I ask. Each convert must pass a test. You will spend the night at the old chapel near Sabrina's pupils.
Where?
Twin Lakes I have named in her honor.
Is that all?
Before you kneel to meditate, you will drink the mixture I shall give you. You must then remember all that occurs. That's very important, as you'll need to recount it to me fully.
All right, I'll come back once I'm done.
Alright, let's go. Go to Sabrina's shrine in the evening and drink the visionary potion. Fine then. Okay.
Shit, you stink.
I need more experience points, come on. Oh, they have orange. Okay. Right, we need to go there. Okay, no problem. Yeah, we already cleared this place, so... Quest potion usable. Vigor regeneration during combat. Vitality regeneration. Vitality regeneration. Okay. This is 50. Okay.
I'm too old for this.
What the hell is that? I don't like the form of these mushrooms.
needs to know about that one.
My path to the light. First fragment. I must be repentant after years spent living in error. No soldierly vice was too vile for me. During my years of service, I embraced gambling, alcohol, sloth, lies, and evil profanity. I took lives, and not just when ordered. I was cruel. Today I see clearly that I had sunk to darkness from the depths of which I could not see the light. Miss Sabrina Gleivesig, bright and pure as a goddess, shone like the light of a candle in the blackest night. She always supported the soldiers and tried to draw me on to the path of righteousness, yet I was blind to the to the light, sorry. So some more orange. Surely it's a miracle.
Huh? What other matters?
What?
I did what you asked.
Tell me what you saw.
You may think I'm as mad as you are, but in my vision I walked through a forest where the trees were huge mushrooms and a giant chicken walked between them, pecking at the underbrush.
You have no idea how happy I am. I've been having this vision of a giant hen among mammoth mushrooms for weeks. I thought I'd lost it, gone insane. Turns out my herbs must have gone off. I need to gather new ones, but that's my concern. Ask me what you will.
You must know a lot about Sabrina Glevisig's death.
Sabrina the Martyr left the world of the living to protect us all.
Why the candles? What's the difference between Sabrina and other mages burned at the stake?
Others were strong in life. Her power bloomed when death wrapped its steely arms around her. She took the soldier who ended her suffering under her kind care. He never had to fear walking alone in the dark again. Have you seen the area? It's full of beasts and monstrosities. Yahan, the merciful soldier, has walked in the blaze of our power ever since. No creature born of darkness can get close to him.
Did you hear about the curse Sabrina cast on the king?
Of course. A well-deserved punishment, a ghostly spell from her crimson lips. The king concocted a cruel fate for the sorceress, humiliated her, made her suffer the flames. Bound to a wheel and placed on the stake, she suffered in a way unimaginable to ordinary humans. But when the flame reached her maiden waist, not a single cry could be heard, only words foretelling King Hensel's imminent demise. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a braid of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales, turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules, prompting a just punishment. Sabrina suffered so badly that a merciful soldier ended her torment, thrusting his spear into her aching heart.
Any chance of finding that spear?
It was so long ago, Witcher. But I believe the spear went to another soldier. The bugger sells relics from Our Lady by the Camp Inn.
I know who you mean. Now, back to some other matters. Is Jahan still around?
Jahan is dead. He didn't deserve to bask in the glory of the Lady.
So Sabrina's mercy has limits.
You don't know what you're talking about, Witcher.
Tell me again what you know about Sabrina.
What exactly do you want to know?
So long.
Okay. When the relic vendor finally agreed to talk about Sabrina Glevisik, he also mentioned that during the critical part of the execution, the sorceress had been mercifully slain with a spear by one Jahan. The Witcher immediately took note of this detail, for he thought the weapon, or at least its head, might be useful in lifting the curse. However, the relic vendor did not have this spear, and had no idea where to look for it. Our hero was left to his own devices. Asked about Saint Sabrina, the vendor grumbled something about it being the visionary's obsession. Thus, willing or not, Geralt had to head for the hermit's house. The Witcher finally managed to fulfill all of the visionary's demands. The hermit agreed to talk about Sabrina Glevisik, her martyrdom, and the events following her execution. It turned out that a merciful soldier present at the sorcerer's execution had prematurely ended the tortured soul's suffering. That event changed him. He deserted and started preaching Glevisik's sanctity. The spear he had used to pierce Sabrina's side as a powerful item was quintessential. The Witcher had to acquire it, and since he'd found a great source of information about the sorcerer's cult, he decided to drink his fill from his wellspring of knowledge. According to the visionary, the relic vendor now owned the spear. Geralt headed for the canteen, where the man peddled his wares. The vision of the visionary's potion inducing Geralt was not so intriguing that I'll take the liberty of explaining it to the less sophisticated readers. As you may know, Geralt's childhood was far from pleasant. He never met his father, and his mother abandoned him. He chose life full of risk and constantly teeters on the edge between death, he is a witcher after all, and libido, by which I mean his frequent fleeting romances. His yearning for a father and concern for his own masculinity were represented by those phallic mushrooms that weighed down on Geralt like prison bars in his dreams. The huge waterfowl, on the other hand, represented his mother, that is, the omnipotent breast, the giver of life and death, from whom Geralt loved and hated at the same time. In his dream, just as in life, our hero could not reach her. His libido was not satisfied, and his lust for destruction increased. In the dream, the latter was represented by the unstoppable packing. Thus, our hero's fear of woman, normally hidden behind his tough guy facade, was revealed. Obviously, the Witcher did not realize what he had seen, or, if he did, he must have fallen into denial. As a simple-minded man, he went to give the visionary a literal account. To Geralt's surprise, the visionary was extremely satisfied with his vision. It turned out that his own visions had recently ceased, replaced by phantasms identical to Geralt's. Thus, the potion has to blame. I was to blame. Sorry. Perhaps an error had crept into the formula. The hermit had feared his sanity was slipping away, so he breathed a sigh of relief. And since he was now in a good mood, Geralt began asking about Sabrina Glevisig. After all, the man's knowledge of the sorceress was vital if the blood curse I mentioned elsewhere was to be lifted. Very well. Quite a spearhead from the relic vendor.
Not another fucking stone.
Salutations.
What will you say to me? They also don't have enough money.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets and talismans. Hallowed and highly valuable.
I know you have the spear Jahan used to pierce Sabrina's heart.
I told you about that, and I thought the old freak was trying to forget the sins of his past.
You know Jahan well?
He despises me now, but things used to be different. We were called up at the same time. We fought under Hensel together. But I managed somehow while he hated it. Why did they send him to that ferocious battle? He was the worst dumbass in the entire army, but he outlived the best soldiers. Covered in shit, piss, snot and tears, and still he survived. He cracked when they burned Sabrina. A beautiful end to a fucking beautiful day. Then he went to the dogs. He pissed away all he had on drink. I was the fool who followed him and brought everything he pawned around the inns. That's how I got the spear.
I need that spear.
Tough luck, Witcher. I last saw it a few years back.
What happened to it?
Look how similar we are. You want knowledge, I want coin. And we both need help to get what we want.
How much?
What are your customary takings on a contract? I'll gladly accept but 1/2 of that.
The fate of your king depends on that spear.
All right, since you put it that way. You see, when Jahan lost his head for Sabrina, I bought the spear from the innkeeper. The donkey's ass pawned it in the inn. He drank like a fish. By then, Jahan had already hidden in the hills, where no one dares to venture. Some call him the Visionary, but in my book, he's just a nutter. Beats me why the beasts don't attack him. A fisherman who supplies the canteen said that some monsters hate the smell of fish oil. Jahan makes candles out of it.
What did you do with the spear?
Sorry to say, I lost it in a dice game. Shame, because today, it'd fetch a good price. I lost the spear to a soldier who later fought the squirrels in the forests of the Pontar Valley. He told me he'd used it to kill some Scoia'tael big shot. I heard the shaft cracked as if there'd been some fucking jousting tournament. The most interesting thing is that big shot is still alive. I heard he's now with that vixen from Edirn. Some frigging commander. Elves are weird creatures. Who knows, maybe he still has that spearhead.
Yorvith.
You know him?
I'll tell you for 100 orens.
Bah!
Got anything interesting there?
Ash from the stake where Sabrina burned. Nails that fastened the wheel of death. Splinters from the wheel. I've also got some metal parts and some of the martyr's garments. Whatever your heart desires.
Some trophies. The relic vendor danced around the subject like a true master. As a businessman, he didn't want to share his secret for free, and nothing. The spear was in the hands of Yorveth, thus in Vergen, the town beyond the ghastly mist. The way through the battlefield was mortally perilous, even for a witcher. However, a man who had already proven his ability to protect others from the curse's evil aura made camp at the king's side. It was the sorcerer Deathmold. Yeah, I just used the powers of persuasion, and it worked. So as usual, Geralt rules.
What else am I to do?
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses
Morons.
in the air, scavenging around the humankind.
Is an homunculus conceived by the sorceresses Philippa Eilhart and Sabrina
Meet your
Clemente.
match.
From Mandrake,
Really?
Seaman and Princeton, in the belly of a man.
Spoken to the king yet?
Indeed, he was delighted to hear he can be cut from the curse.
Great, because I need the medallion of the priest known as Crest. I heard it's in Henselt's possession.
He'll give you nothing until you free him from the curse. Truthfully, I believe I understand him. You have a good chance of perishing when you confront the Draugrs.
Give me a break, Deathmold. The two of you are just afraid I'll leave this entire mess in your hands.
Ah, that is something I do not fear at all, for I know exactly why you're here. As for the king, you may curse him and scold him and call him a fool if you wish, though it's not something I would advise.
Learn anything new about the curse?
A mage on the other side of the fog is also probing the battlefield. A sorceress.
How do you know?
You shall know them by the fruit of their spells. Magic differs with the brain type that generates it. The female mind is simply laid out differently.
It could be Triss.
No, Witcher, it's someone far more powerful.
What if it is still her?
I think I know how to free the king from his curse.
Well then, let's get to work.
Can't do anything until I have the spear the soldier stabbed Sabrina with. Problem is, it's in the hands of a Scoia'tael commander named Yorvith.
I know this, Yorvith. Are you certain this is the spear?
Mm-hmm. I last saw him back in Flotsam.
Yorvith is in Vergen, Witcher, along with most of the Scoia'tael from the area. They joined that peasant girl's insurgency.
Yorvith part of a peasant uprising? It doesn't make sense.
There's only one way to confirm or disprove it. You must cross to the other side of the mist. What of the other artifacts? Do you know them all now?
Not yet.
In that case, you must wait until you've learned everything before crossing. It's a dangerous voyage, not one to attempt twice, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say. Can you make anything out of these notes, sorcerer?
Where did you get them?
Unimportant.
And you've no notion what's in them?
Wouldn't be asking if I did.
They describe a very dangerous ritual, practically pure necromancy, the sort that gets you burned at the stake.
Be specific. What kind of ritual?
One to summon the soul of an evil man, a man evil enough to wander the world after death. Souls of this kind gladly enter into covenants in the hope of being sent into the beyond.
Why would anyone want to deal with evil?
The possible reasons are many. You'll always find people willing to sell their souls in exchange for something valuable to them. I'll gladly buy the scroll.
I thought necromancy was forbidden.
Oh, it is, but I'm an avid collector of manuscripts containing forbidden knowledge.
I think I'll keep it. Maybe I can become a collector myself.
As such, she is an unnatural being.
Unfortunately, Deathmold was not willing to help the Witcher acquire the medallion. He thought Geralt would do best to demonstrate his prowess by lifting the curse placed personally on Cancelled. He was probably right. The sorcerer understood that the grateful king would part with his amulet without grumbling. And he had done well, for it turned out that these were necromantic formulae useful in making pacts with evil spirits. Though possessing such documents warranted death, Geralt did not wish to part with them.
The enemy.
I need magic powder to mark out the runes.
Are you aware that the formula requires powdered camphor resin?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism, reverse the prophecy, and release him from the curse.
You should have said, I'll give you as much as you need.
Thanks, on the king's behalf.
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You asked me for protective runes. I've done better. Take this grimoire, which details many. I believe there's even one for syphilis. I've marked my recommendations.
Thanks. See you. I've got to get through the mist, or I can't lift the curse.
I shall supply the white flag when you set out as our emissary. The lass is reputedly honorable. She'll welcome you, invite you to a feast, and with a bit of luck you may even plough her.
You're sick, Deathmold.
They say she's very pretty. Peasant girls not to your liking?
Not your concern.
In case the elves lack an understanding of diplomatic symbolism, please also take this armor. With His Majesty's blessing, I might add.
A king's concern can be boundless when his life depends on that of another.
I spent some time working on this recently. This little marvel will guide you through the fog and provide a measure of protection from the specters.
Thanks. See you.
Level up. Henselt's advisor told Geralt how to get through the ghastly battlefield. Equipped with an amulet to repel wrath and a white flag for playing envoy, Geralt went through the mist towards Vergen. He hoped to find Yorveth, since, according to the relic vendor, the Squirtle leader was the current owner of Johan's spear. And the opportunity arrived when Geralt was forced to go to Vergen in search of a spearhead supposedly in Yorveth's possession. With Deathmold's help, the Witcher could pass through the mist and use the opportunity to look for the standard as well. The course of events would finally carry the Witcher to the other side of the mist. Geralt was sent to Vergen to acquire Johan's spearhead, supposedly in Yorveth's possession. The sorcerer Deathmold helped our hero cross the cursed battlefield, and Geralt hoped to acquire hatred on the other side too. I forgot to use oil, actually, last time I was in battle. Oh, 3 Thailands now. Now that's epic. I think that's one, actually. Alright. Or resistances plus 10%. Why not? Plus the generation of adrenaline through sword blows. Damage plus 10%. Damage reduction plus 10%. An emissary flag. The dancer reveals protective amulet. Ziriel's armor. Not bad. Hey, Zoltan.
Good to see you, you old rogue.
Why the long face, Zoltan?
Everything's fucked.
The only sight worse than a sad dwarf is the sight of a very sad dwarf.
I don't suppose you have any vodka?
I see things are worse than I thought.
I feel like a monkey in a cage. Those pricks act as if they've never seen a dwarf before.
If you need a change of climate, come with me. I'm on my way to Vergen.
You say that as if you're going to the brothel round the corner. Forgetting about the spectres?
I may have amnesia, but I remember the curse.
Well, all I get around here is non-human midget and the like. And I've dwarven brethren on that side. Sure as shit, I'll take Saskia over that prick Hensel too. You really willing to help me cross?
Of course.
You know, Geralt, I have a feeling that Vergen's where I should be.
I get you. Let's go.
How do you plan to get through the fog? Thought it was suicide to venture into it.
Deathmold gave me a protective amulet.
Throw it out! I wouldn't touch anything belonging to that dick.
I had a choice. Navigate the fog with an amulet or without it. Seemed safer with.
You're the expert on that magic shite, I guess?
Just trust me and stay close.
Oh, what the hell. Better the devil you know. I'll come with you.
Yay!
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much.
A super soldier suit.
Nothing new here? Let's talk to the roach. It's a roach.
I can't wait to have some proper ale instead of that piss water they drink in the Kidwinnie camp. Thanks again, Geralt.
Everything for my pal. Because we like to get our hands on different stuff, we need to lighten our load as much as possible.
That's politics. What's it to us?
We should have our say. Take an interest.
Elder and the recruiter are coming for you. He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a pig's eye and...
He does what?
Puts a pig's eye in his arse. The elder and the recruiter enter, and the mother says,
I want to loot this
they come to
chest. How
take
do
you to
I
war."
do that?
And he's standing with his back to them, his pants down. He spreads his cheeks and says, I can see that.
Did they take him?
Not a chance.
Aye, there are.
Tough crossing ahead of us, Sultan.
Looking to scare me now? We're going, and that's that.
Rich Vergen.
I see the path. The amulet guiding us.
Yeah, we shouldn't get too excited with all this fighting. Come on, Zoltan.
Where's my bro? Shit, there's too many of them. Is this the wrong way? I guess so.
Never again. Fucking fog.
Look at it this way. You'll be able to brag about seeing the ghostly fog from the inside for the rest of your life.
I'd rather brag about how I plowed 3 wenches at once in my youth.
Nice one, Zoltan. We need to go that way? Because I'm more feeling like going this way. What's in here anyway? Right, let's get our bro to the required town and then Hey Zoltan, where are you?
Kill him! Adon! Stop! You're making a mistake!
A mistake? Interesting. There's a war on. Don't know if you've noticed. And wars are won by killing foes. Or do I have it all wrong?
The Witcher's a messenger. On his way to see Saskia.
Not your typical messenger.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but we had to pass through an atypical fog in which your typical messenger would have shit just before he...
Enough! We'll not let you inside Vergen. But you can deliver your message to the commander of the Watch. He's stationed by the town gates.
Plowing typical elf. Come on, Geralt.
The Witcher took Zoltan along the way, and the two of them entered the Wraith's Mist, the very heart of the ghost battle. If not for Deathmill Gift, who knows, maybe they would have stayed there forever. Surrounded by Wraith, and they trudged towards Vergen, following the amulet's directions. Geralt and Zoltan finally got through the Wraith's Mist, and fell straight out of the frying pan to the fire. Since they ran into a group of Squayatel near Vergen, the meeting would have ended tragically. However, Zoltan managed to talk sense into the hot-headed elves. Geralt learned that the town gates are closed. The guards from the Night Watch were deciding who would enter Vergen. These are not Night Watchers.
The fuck, I want to talk, come on. I want to talk, come on. Yeah, I'm on fire now, come on.
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much.
What's in here? Okay, Zoltan, lead the way. Strange messenger out of me, because I just intend to scan the area for lootable content.
Nice ponytail.
Greetings!
Thank you.
Why, it's Geralt of Rivia and Zoltan Chive. Pinch me, Burton, for I believe I've dozed off while on duty.
Could be an illusion, eh? Or some spectres from the battlefield have lost their way. Maybe we ought to tickle them with an axe, just to be sure.
I'm afraid there's no mage out there who can conjure up the Witcher's mug, nor the aroma of Zoltan's beer-soaked beard.
Yarpen Zigrin! Lice eat me if I'm not delighted to see that horrid mug of yours.
This lad here's scaling Burden. Geralt, what are you doing standing there as if you've swallowed a halberd? Got a hug for an old mate?
Greetings. Triss has told me a lot about you.
Wee Marigold? Ha! How is the lass? Let me tell you, Scalen, this here Witcher's the very embodiment of chivalry. All the Selkirks of the world can't hold a candle to him. And you know why?
No, but I got a feeling we're about to find out.
Me? A knight? I'd sooner call Zoltan a show dancer.
Well then, listen everyone. At the time, we were escorting Caedwene army convoys through the Sherwood forests. Aye, we served Henselt once, though always for coin. Anyways, the Witcher was on the road as well, with Triss and Ciri, heading south. The lass, I tell you, was a demoness incarnate. Pure pepper on her feet, and healthy as a horse. But the sorceress fell ill. Some terrible pestilence held her, gave her the runs. The woman needed to go every 5 minutes. Never seen anything like it. And I've had my share of gut rumblings. This one time, I roasted an old ailing gerbil and...
Oi! You promised us a chivalrous tale.
And I'm delivering it, lad. In any case, the Witcher would carry her into the bushes time after time. He treated and cared for her, cleaned her, bathed her.
Sounds normal to me. A man looking after his woman. It's too much to call it chivalrous, Yarpen.
Ah, wrong. Triss weren't his woman. Not his wife nor lover. She was sick and in need of aid. And he was on a secret mission. Might have left her in some city, might have gone off on his own, but he didn't. Know why? Because he's got a heart of gold. He truly cares. A lad like you, Scalen, don't know that being a knight's not just about thrashing around in full plate, a long sword in hand. It's not just about fighting duels and winning tournaments.
I missed hearing your bullshit, Zigrin.
I don't believe anyone else has tried to tell me that story.
How is the wee Marigold, anyway?
Not great. The Kingslayer kidnapped her.
Oh, damn the dogs. That's downright terrible.
I suppose it's no coincidence you're here.
Triss could be somewhere in this area.
I've not seen her 5 years, must be. Since that day they proclaimed you dead. Last saw her in Rivia, in any case.
From what I've been able to establish, the Kingslayer forced her to teleport the two of them to this area, and she's not on the other side of the fog.
What did this Kingslayer look like?
A huge, bald witcher. Wears a medallion with a snake on it.
Sorry, Geralt. Doesn't even ring the tiniest bell, any of that.
I might know something. This drunk in Vergen claims he saw a redhead fall from the sky somewhere among the ravines. And then he said the sorceress Philippa Eilhart came around looking for this woman.
Shriveled old minx.
She sent her servant and some peasants to the ravines after her. But they came back empty-handed. Now Philippa's servant maid's gone, leaving the sorceress angry as a wasp. She even turned one of the plebs into a pig. I spoke to one of those peasants. He claims the lass was no servant, but an Nilfgaardian agent. And she apparently found something in those ravines. Maybe it was Triss. And maybe it was that witcher. Madame Eilhart, or the old minx as Yarpen calls her, knows she's been duped and can't forgive herself for it.
Did the woman flee south, deeper into Edirn?
Fucking hell! She came out the main gate not more than an hour ago, headed straight for the fog. Thought she might be out to do some magic probing or whatnot.
She knew a bit of magic. She might have crossed.
I guess I need to visit Shillard when I get back. How's Yorvith? Any chance I might run into him?
Minimal. He follows Saskia around like a once-neglected pup. Eyes on her at all times.
At least the lass is well protected. What do you seek from Yorvith? Last I heard, you weren't exactly chummy.
You heard right. But when I last saw him in Flotsam, he had something I need to lift the curse.
Even if you see him, I doubt he'll give you anything out of the kindness of his heart. Perhaps Saskia can convince him?
Guess I don't have much of a choice. Any idea where I might find the Dun banner?
Try the Netherworld. The whole unit was cut down during the battle 3 years ago.
I meant the unit's standard, which symbolizes death.
Ah! That makes it a lot easier. We buried it with the remains of the Kedwenis.
Where?
Just outside Vergen. I'll mark it on your map as the road could get confusing. Strange things are afoot in those crypts, Witcher. Kedweni ghosts scaring off our folk. That would be normal since they were invaders. But one's some kind of amateur historian, asking all that venture there about the battle and the Dun banner.
I'll look into it. Thanks. I have to see Saskia.
To what end?
To dispel the mist of wraiths, I need a few magic artifacts.
What's Saskia got to do with that?
Her sword is one of those items.
And what do you suggest I do? Yorvith and Saskia banned us from letting strangers in. And here are two old mates come over from the other side who want just that. A lose-lose situation if ever I've seen one.
That ought to be easy to get around.
Cow pies ought to be easy to get around, yet we don't always succeed.
I'm staying here, Yarpen. I want to join you, enlist. Will you have me in the Dwarven Brigade?
Will I have you, Chiefy? Will I plough and have you? Why, I'll make you fucking commander, you cocksucker! Problem solved. Scalen, you're my witness. Zoltan's no longer a stranger.
Aha.
All right. Now I'll introduce you to Saskia, and you can try to clarify the story with a sword for her. Or whatnot.
Don't you fret about the sword, Geralt. I promise to ascend to the fucking heights of oratory. Be soft as a mink, cautious as a novice strumpet. I'll get you that blade if I have to shave my beard off.
All right, then. See that, Scalen? We were headed for a tragedy.
Now we're headed for a comedy.
Ah, youth these days, lacking hope and heart. You know what Zoltan and I saw at Brenna, lad? To us, there's no such thing as the impossible.
It's nice to talk to you all, but we've got things to do.
Ah, that's life. Open the gate. I've got to fetch me a certain sword.
Wait a minute. If by some miracle you obtain that cursed blade, I'd advise you not to parade it out the main gate past the squirrels.
Got another solution?
There's another passage. I'll mark it in the Witcher's map and show you myself. Sound all right to you?
It does. In the meantime, I'll look around for that flag.
Prime, I'd say.
Off we go then.
Nice to see old chaps. Alright, thank you all for watching. I hope you liked it, and I think that you will come back to see more of it next time, and I hope that next time will be tomorrow. So, if you like this channel, please follow it, and until next time, see you around. Have a good night and bye!